Hi everyone, so today we're going to be taking a look at these Banneton baskets. Now, I've never used one of these before, and as a matter of fact, I've never baked my own bread before. So I'm really excited to give these a try and see how good I can actually do with them, even though I've never done this before. So I actually never realized how easy it is to bake your own bread. I had no idea. So it only costs like pennies to make, and you get like the best bread you've ever had. So I actually found a recipe online that's supposed to only take 5 minutes to prepare. And what you can do is make this recipe up ahead of time, and you will leave it in your refrigerator for up to 2 weeks and just bake a new loaf whenever your last one runs out. And it's supposed to be very easy, very fast. So let's get down to it and check it out and see what it's gonna be like. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is proof our Banneton. So what we need to do is lightly give this a spray with water, and this is going to help the flour stick. And then we're just going to add a little bit of flour around in here. And we're just going to move it all around just like this. And this is going to keep your dough from sticking in the Banneton. So just get it nice and coated. And this is how you're gonna keep your Banneton. Okay, so believe it or not, all it takes to make bread is flour, water, yeast, and salt. That is it. I never realized that making bread consisted of so little ingredients and so little time. So you're gonna get 2 bowls. You're gonna get the bowl that you're going to rise your dough in, and you're gonna get a bowl just to mix 2 things in real quick. Okay, so in this smaller bowl, you're going to put your 3 cups of lukewarm water. And then in with the water, you're going to put your yeast. And you're going to stir these, so get this all mixed up. Now in this bowl, you're going to use 6.5 cups of flour and 1.5 tablespoons of salt. And now you're just going to mix your flour and your salt up very good together. Then you just add the 2 of these together. You're supposed to be able to do it all at once. And then mix until it's really sticky and not sticking to your spoon any longer. And if you have a mixer, you can use that as well. This took about 3 minutes to stir all together. See how it just doesn't stick to the side of the bowl? So I think that's what the texture of it is actually supposed to be like. So you're just going to cover this and set it maybe like on top of your oven and let it sit for 3 hours. Okay, so it's been about 3 hours and we're ready to go to the next step. We're gonna get a board and just put some flour on it. Sprinkle a little on top of the section that we wanna remove. And then get it on the outside of this little ball that I picked up here. So we're not trying to incorporate flour, we're just trying to shape this into a ball. So just tucking the edges in, making a nice circle shape with it. And the flour is just helping it not stick to our hand. We want a little flour on the top here on the smooth side, and the smooth side is going to go upside down in the Banneton. Just like that. So you're just gonna leave it in here for about 40 minutes uncovered for its final rise. And the rest of this dough can now go in the refrigerator, can be covered and go in the refrigerator for the next time you wanna make a loaf. And it will last for 2 weeks. Okay, so we're done with our final rise, and while this was working, I went ahead and preheated the oven to 450, and I left my pizza stone in there to preheat as well. You can use a regular baking sheet if you don't have a pizza stone. So what we're gonna do next is take the parchment paper. We're going to gently get this out of the Banneton. So we want to try not to disturb the dough as much as possible. So we're just going to turn this upside down. Okay, so just make some cuts in the top of your dough, whatever you decide to do. I'm gonna do an X. And then transfer this over to the baking sheet. Okay, so I've got the bread in the oven, and they say if you put a little bit of water in here with it, that it will make it even better. So now we're just gonna bake for 20 to 35 minutes until the crust is brown and firm to the touch. So I believe it is done. So I'm gonna let it cool off for about 10 minutes and then slice it up. So you can see the beautiful lines in the loaf from the Banneton, and it's also supposed to help make it a lot crispier on the outside. So it looks like I might have used like a little too much flour on the outside, so that's something that next time I'll know about. This is my first loaf of bread, so I think it came out pretty nice. Very crispy crust. Inside looks like bread is supposed to look with all the little holes in it. I am just so extremely happy with this bread. I put a little cheese on top, put it back in the oven, and oh my, it looks so good. So yeah, very easy to do. And for being for my first time, it actually came out looking really good. Okay, so to clean this, you do not want to get these wet or use any water on them. You're just going to use a brush and brush out all of the excess flour in there, and I'll show you how to do that. You can just use a brush and brush out all of this flour in here, so you can actually get it pretty clean this way. Now, if you've used a really sticky dough and you have dough sticking in your lines here, you can just use the spokes of a fork to go around your notches here, and it will get out any excess flour that you might have in there. So, and then just brush it out, and it actually all comes out very well. So it's not gonna matter if you leave any excess flour in here. And then you're gonna proof it again like I showed you in the beginning before you use it the next time. So you can see I was able to get mine pretty clean. So, you know, you could even use these for like keeping fruit on your countertop while you're not cooking with them. So they're pretty cool little baskets. I never knew such a thing existed. And I'm really happy that I know how to make my own bread now. Pretty cool. So hopefully you've learned a little something new like I have and can make bread for your family. And these little bowls actually will make you look like you're a professional from the start. Pretty cool. So thank you so much for watching and have a great day.